I'm ready to slash and burn.
No quarter. I am going to be uncomfortable and all over you from start to finish.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special April Fool's Day of Outside of the Box. And I am here with the Doomba team, which before we get into anything else, I just have to make sure, because I can't hold it back any longer. That I have to reveal as a spoiler that later in the season, something happens and Doomba comes in as an alternate and beats Sawblaze as a saw-on-saw match in the finals for the giant nut, and Doomba just wins it all. So I'm just letting everybody know now that that's what happens. So happy April Fool's Day. Welcome to the show, Team Doomba.
Hey,
Thank you.
Happy to have you. Absolutely one of my favorite teams that I got to hang out with at filming. So let me just say that first and foremost. But, you know,
thank you.
For me, Doomba's one of the most exciting, fun robots in BattleBots this year. And I'm sad that we haven't got to see more of it, but hopefully that's happening pretty soon here. And it sounds like there might be some kind of event happening to celebrate this return of Doomba to BattleBots.
Yes, so we're having a watch party at Baltimore Hackerspace. So anyone who's in the Baltimore area should come on down. We're going to watch all the fights that night. We're going to have people driving Doomba out in the parking lot. We're going to be like lightly gambling with pretend money on who wins each match.
Quote unquote gambling.
Yeah. If the feds ask, it's not gambling and it's totally okay. But
no, not at all.
So yeah, it'll be a great night.
Money, it's fine.
April 6th, if you're Maryland local, come on out. We always have fun.
Yes, or even somewhat Maryland adjacent. If you're within 5 hours, that's not too bad of a drive. I'm sure you can make it.
Yeah, we had someone drive 3 hours last year, and he was over the moon. So,
I bet. It sounds like a very fun time. Well, that is very exciting. Now, I kind of also just want to talk about in general because, obviously Doomba came in as, essentially like a alternate type of robot. You're not in the main round of 32 tournament. So I'm curious about your experience, like leading up to, your first match and everything, because I believe from my understanding, even with that first match, like you weren't expecting to fight double tap.
Rudy?
Yeah, no, not at all. We were geared up. We had version 1 prepped, ready to go. Past safety the first day. It was all set for Rusty. Being Rusty, low kinetic energy bot. We were set up to make the fight look good. So a couple parts were made a little easier to fall off than would normally have. Then one day we're just chilling in our pit, and Rusty comes in, or the PA comes in, said, "Hey, Rusty's ready to fight," and that was news to us. And they said we had to get in the battery tent in 10 minutes. Walk out to the battery tent, look down on the pavement. We passed Rusty on his cart. No popcorn bowl. Clearly,
yeah, totally in pieces.
And so we have no idea what's going on. We go into the battery tent, and we just see a couple of these massive kinetic spinners geared up, ready to go. PA comes up and said, yeah, you're fighting double tap. Right?
At that point, it was just grin and bear it. Like, we're along for the ride, so let's at least have fun with it.
Yeah, that's a very different match than fighting Rusty. It's such a I'm very torn because everyone loves Rusty and I don't want to see Rusty get hurt, but at the same time I really want to know what Rusty's head looks like with a chainsaw in it. Like that would be amazing.
So yeah. You very almost got your chance. We were told yet again that we're going to be fighting Rusty for this match, and we were like, okay. but we're not going to trust them. Like, yes, hell yes, but we're not going to trust them. So we started prepping frame 2, which is our like full combat heavy frame, full AR armor, like the whole 9 yards, just in case it wasn't rusty. And they came off to us about 4 hours before the match, and they're like, okay, so rusty's not ready. It's going to be double tap. And
Are you kidding me?
yeah, we refused.
So
we invited them back to the hotel. Like,
yeah, we'll go drink some beers, but we're not gonna do this again.
Yeah, maybe last fight we send it again, but fight 1 and 2 double tap. So
Yeah.
I mean, I could understand the branding and the promotion for the fight. Yeah, they get tapped again, but
doubly double tap. Yeah, no. Luckily, Diana was looking for a fight for Dragon King, and she came up to us and she was like, "Would you be into this?" And we're like, "Yes, absolutely, we would be into this 100%." So she talked to the producers, we talked to the producers. We did some finagling. So we got Dragon King for our second fight, which is a pretty close match. So, like, at least on paper, like it looks pretty promising.
Yeah, no, that's exciting, because we haven't seen Dragon King yet, so I'm sure that some fans are going to be excited about that, especially with the dragon people that seem to follow Dragon King around. So
very bad people.
I mean, if anything, I can say it's going to be a great show, which is always a big bonus when it comes to any match that you're having. I'm curious too, though, like, the whole experience of, doing battle bots, because obviously, like, this isn't your first go round, but I mean, this is your first go round with Doomba. Was it any different of an experience than what you've had before?
It was definitely a little bit more chill being an alternate and just being able to like hang out and help other teams when they needed help. Was really enjoyable and not just the pure panic every single second. We did get to those pure panic days, but they weren't constant the whole time. So it was definitely an enjoyable experience, definitely different, pretty fun. But I would like more promised fights as an alternate. Just that was the only thing that got me. It's just I just want to fight. I don't care if it's for points. I don't really care who. I just want to have fight.
I think that's how most builders feel. Like, if they can just fight their robot, then that's cool.
Yeah, it's a good day. That's always a great day.
Exactly. Yeah, as I soon join the foray of doing that, and trying to figure out, is it still fun if your robot gets torn to pieces? I hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. But
it's definitely fun. Probably more fun.
Oh yeah. Especially if it's a good fight.
Yeah.
If
you just push each other around the whole time, if you get torn to pieces, you're like, that was amazing. I enjoyed watching that.
Ideally not in the first 10 seconds, but
right.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. So our main goal going into the Dragon King fight is just longer than 30 seconds, like shooting for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that would probably be for the best.
And then after 2 minutes, then we can destroy them and end it. But we just need to stretch it out a little bit before we get there.
Yes. Now I'm also curious, when do you build the full Doomba army? Because I think that, one Doomba is not enough. We need to have an army of them.
So we have 2 heavyweight Doombas. I don't know how many weaponized Roombas we have at this point.
Quite a few. 3, 4.
Yeah,
about 4 or 5 now, right?
Yeah. Plus, we have like friends who have some. So
hang on. Are we counting the motor survivors or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we fought a bunch of them at Motorama. We recently released a couple videos just playing it up, totally tongue in cheek, over the top, about the Roomba fighting league. So that was a lot of fun. And also, it's just Roombas, so nobody's that upset. Some of the guys built them there. They just showed up with a pile of parts, and between their fights, they put together a Roomba, and everyone had a fun time. So that's what we want to do on Doomba. We just having fun, not necessarily caring who wins or loses, but it is funnier if someone loses to a Roomba. So we're going to try to win.
Like, I'm just curious, as a non-builder and someone who's just kind of scratching the surface of a lot of this, but how simple or hard is it to convert a Roomba into a weaponized robot?
Well, there's the easy way and the hard way. You could try to you could
Very
try to
true.
work with the existing electronics, or you can just rip everything out and put your own stuff in. But I think Bryce is more the one to cover this topic.
Yeah, we usually just completely gut them. So we're using the stock motors. We'll put our own motor controller receiver on there. And then it's just a question of finding a power tool to strap to the top. And the point of Roombas is they're not supposed to be good. If you're trying to min-max every little thing on a Roomba, you're playing the wrong game. So you just duct tape. No, duct tape doesn't work. We learned that the hard way. Zip tie or bolt power tools to the top and have a great day. I think most of the Roombas were built in about a day. So, but these are experienced builders who have, a handful of bots under their belt, handful of spare parts in the drawer, and they can just like do.
Are there any power tools that you have not tried that you have thought about trying as weapons on one of these?
The one that gave me the most pause was a wood jointer, because years ago I had an accident involving a wood jointer and it took off my fingertips and they've never grown back all the way. And eventually I was just like, nah, it's really funny. We'll build one. We'll call it I Can't Put My Finger on It, and we'll just run it and see what happens.
It
I
actually did
love
pretty
it.
well.
It did pretty well. Yeah, I'm proud of that one.
That is a
I feel
good
like
idea.
I feel like we could do something fun with an impact wrench, but haven't quite figured out what.
Mhm.
Does it always have to be power tools? Like, are there other things that you could potentially do?
Well, we tried nunchucks and a katana, but those didn't work out too well.
Yeah, the great thing about Roomba League is there's almost no rules. Like, as long as it's safe, sure, go for it.
Ish.
Yeah, safe for being inside of a bulletproof box. As long as it's safe in there, then send it. Let's see what happens.
It's just probably for the best that no people are in the box when that happens.
Yes, significantly.
Well, that is definitely a lot of fun. Speaking of that too, I mean, are there any other like ideas and thoughts of, other iterations or improvements for Doomba?
We've just started ordering parts for V3. So that's super exciting. We
including
found after you,
including a much upgraded chainsaw, big internal combustion engine on it. I think it puts out about 15 horsepower, Bryce?
yeah, and then we're gonna add 6 horsepower brushless as a fallback / starter. So hybrid chainsaw for the environment that shoots fire and drags sparks everywhere.
Yeah,
Then,
hey, I mean that's a great idea. I'm glad that there will still be a chainsaw because why would there not? Like
we need
like
some sort of chainsaw. That's iconic.
right, exactly. I don't think it would be Doomba without that. I have to say, like, the stickers and the merch and everything are just amazing. And I think, we need a lot more. Like there needs to be more. I need an entire wardrobe of Doomba merchandise at this point.
You figured out our secret. We're actually a merch team with a robot.
That's a sound strategy, I think.
So on top of the massive chainsaw, we're upgrading armor thicknesses all around. We're going from like 90% brushless to full brushless, and then our undercutter is getting a significant boost. The guys at Diamond Waterjet reached out to us, and they're cutting about 35 pounds of AR instead of 19 pounds, and it's 3/4 inch instead of 1/2 inch. So it should, I can't say that word. It should be a lot of fun.
Yes, it will. We're also making it a little bit more compact, a little more reliable, a little more durable. Hopefully, um, hopefully drivable. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I feel like Doomba V1 was very much a rookie bot. Doomba V2 has a lot of potential, and Doomba V3 is a second or third year bot. So we're absolutely gonna have a lot of fun.
Well, that is awesome. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, my biggest worry is that we won't be alternates anymore, and we'll actually have to work the whole time.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a great problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see more Doomba. I think a lot of fans would. And I mean, I think this is a great opportunity too, because, for even the teams that are in these alternate positions, I think BattleBots pays heavy attention to a lot of the fan feedback and what fans are talking about. And if fans are really excited about a robot, I would hope that should tell them something like, hey, people want to see more of this robot. So, that's hopefully something in your favor there.
Yeah, absolutely. The fan interaction is what got us into BattleBots, and deeply appreciative of that. That was so cool. And so hopefully we can just sustain that. People will be like, yeah, that was dumb. I want to see what they can do that's dumber. And we'll be like, we can do dumber. That's our specialty.
Yeah, I love it. Now I think, have you, because I know you did the Roomba thing, but I mean, have you been doing any other of the robot competitions or things with the smaller robots at all? I mean, there's been some things here and there.
A few of our members have been involved, especially with Macro, which is the Maryland 1 pound, 3 pound Combat Association. And we actually, huge shout out to Macro. One of their drivers went to the NHRL finals, which came with a hefty sponsorship for Baltimore Hackerspace. And we shared a lot of that money back with Macro to help them do what they're doing. So we've been involved there. We haven't been building any official Doomba robots for that, though.
No, there were some attempts at a little 1 pound 3D printed Doombas.
Oh yeah, your daughter drove that and just giggled the entire time.
Oh, and another one gets bitten by the bug.
Yes.
So she's nothing but giggles the whole way home. It's like, I drove a Doomba.
And they weren't like happy giggles; they were like evil giggles. And you're like, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh,
good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, if you did though, like I personally think that your brand of like robot, like the mix between fun and destructive and just all out crazy, would fit in so well with the vibe at Norwalk and like the bots that people are bringing there. So I think that would be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I'm like, going with a robot, and so I'm telling everybody, come to the May Norwalk. Yeah! It'll be great.
We've started CAD for a 30 pound, but we haven't. It's not there yet. So no promises. Pretend I didn't say it, but.
Yeah, that's a great division there to compete in, because then you don't have to be in a pool with like 160 beetles. So yeah, I think it's like there's so much expansion in general of robot combat, and I think that it's great. Like anytime that we can see like that growth and people wanting to participate in it, it's awesome. And I think especially with a robot like Doomba, I think it's one of those robots that makes people feel like, hey, I have this crazy like idea, and I could do that. I think that really kind of lends itself to that idea of being really creative and out there with the kind of robots that people want to make.
Yeah, I tell people that just for your first robot, just build a bad robot. Like there's so much to learn, and you're going to learn so quickly building a robot. Then don't worry about if it's good. Just build a bad robot and have fun with it. And
yeah, we call that the first pancake rule in our house. The first attempt is never going to turn out well. So just do it, get it out of the way, and the next one will be better.
Exactly.
If it drives and you put googly eyes on it, like, hey.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun. So I encourage everyone to go just build a bad robot. If you want to do some sort of Roomba class, they're super easy to do. You can get in for about under $100. 3D printing is getting really popular, and there's a lot of 3D printing competitions. So like it's great seeing all these new doors open for people to get into the sport.
Yes, absolutely. Now, is there anything else you wanted to add or share about, Doomba or what your team's got going on, or anything that we can look forward to at this point?
So the biggest secret about next fight is that we're running the actual iRobot control board. We did a lot of signal probing to figure out how to hook into this board to let it actually drive a Doomba. And there's an Arduino doing a lot of things that it shouldn't be on an Arduino, but we actually figured out how to let iRobot drive the actual Doomba, and is everything you would hope for and less.
That is very cool. I mean, it's a new kind of way of doing things. Maybe not that like super new, because there are there's a number of the smaller robots that are coming out now that are autonomous, like either semi or fully autonomous. And so it's just kind of a cool new realm to get into with combat.
Yeah, some of the Japanese sumo bots are absolutely like mind-blowing, and they're fully autonomous, and just the fights are over before you can realize what's happening because they're so fast. And someday I think that's going to make it to battle bots, but not yet. So we'll see how that trickles in.
Yes, how it trickles in and how quickly, all of that, because it feels like, things change so much and level up every season. I've been watching the show like for eons, and when I look back at like when it was first on to where we are now, I'm amazed sometimes at like the leaps that the robots have taken, and all of that.
Your top 4, even from the reboot, like ABC season 1, those top 4 would be hard pressed to get in the top 32 today. There's just so much so quickly that's building there.
Yep, exactly. So you think that if Bite Force came back, it would have to be like Bite Force 7.0?
Yeah, at least.
I know a lot of people always bring that up, and I'm like, but yeah, no, it's a lot of exciting stuff. And yeah, I think a lot of people, there's a lot of buzz about Doomba. It's really exciting, and just because I've been doing this on every show for a little while, I want to give you an opportunity to plug any of the sponsors and things like that kind of support and make you be able to do this.
Huge shout out to Sencut Send. Sencut Send saves our bacon at least twice a year. Diamond Waterjet, we're super excited to have them on board so we can do heavier stuff. And then DoombaBot.com, we have a merch store where you can get all of our merch, and that's what we actually do as a team, so definitely check it out.
Yes, please do. I did, and I don't regret for 1 second any of my purchases that I made on that website. So yes, absolutely. Buy merch, support combat robotics, all of that good stuff.
We'll get you a coupon code that you can throw in the description.
Woo! Yeah, I love that. I always love being able to give people money off and giveaways and all of that fun stuff, so that people can keep supporting. So yeah, awesome. Well, I'm thankful to everybody that watches this show as well. As I've said before, getting really close to 500 subscribers, which is insane to me, because I just started this a little bit less than a year ago, and it keeps growing. And I think that really shows how much people love combat robotics and how supportive the community is. And I just want to keep growing it, so that I can keep doing wonderful interviews like this. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already and you're watching, please do so. Even if you never watch my videos again, just hit the subscribe button. That's fine. But yeah, just thank you to everyone. Keep commenting, liking, all that good stuff. Let me know what you want to see. I will try and make it happen on the show. And thank you to Team Doomba for joining me. And we'll see everybody next time on the show.